Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you something that's going to be very surprising to most people. There's a very close race this year for the best-selling car in the world based on the number of units sold. Traditionally, this has always been the Toyota Corolla for the last many years. And they led last year by 1.2 million versus 1.1, and the number two car was the Toyota Rav4. But this year, there's going to be a very close race with the Tesla Model Y, which would be very surprising to people because most people didn't think that the electric cars had sales that were that strong. So please like and subscribe to me on Next Big Future. I'll describe how this race is happening this year and how it won't be close in the years that follow, where Tesla would just have a lead and take over. They're going to take over the lead the latter half of this year, and then they won't give it up after that for many more years. So in June of this year, Tesla Model Y sold nearly 80,000 units. This was surprisingly strong, where they had 52,000 sales in China, about 12,000 sales in Berlin, and 21,000 sales in Fremont for 80,000, to get about an annualized number of 960,000. Normally, this wouldn't be that close with the Toyota Corolla, because if Toyota had 1.2 million sales like last year, then they would have 100,000 sales every month. But actually, they were averaging from January to May about 80,000 sales. So they were right in line with that 8,000 number that Tesla came in June. But Toyota pulled it out in June. They had a very strong month in China with nearly 40,000, which gave them an overall number of nearly 100,000 for June, which is, again, far stronger than January to May. If Toyota had only matched what they had done January to May, then that 80,000 would have been, Tesla would have equaled that number. Tesla would have beat Toyota in 3 out of the first 6 months of the year if they'd gotten to 80,000 in any previous month. But Tesla was ramping very quickly, adding more than 50% more cars every year. And in the latter half of 2022, because they're ramping 2 new factories and increasing the Shanghai factory from 70,000 to 90,000, or from 50,000 up to 70,000 vehicles for Model Y per month, that extra 20,000 will enable them to get an average of 100,000. And then when they ramp up the Austin, Berlin factories, which are only making Model Ys, they can add another 20,000 or more per month by December. So in December, they should have around 120,000 vehicles. And this strength will get even stronger. So the Corolla is down about 10% or more versus last year. And I think this is a shift away from combustion engine vehicles. And in the first half of 2023, with Berlin and Austin averaging about 5,000 cars per week, they'll produce about 270,000 vehicles from Berlin and Austin combined. China will have 600,000 vehicles, and Fremont 130,000. This will be nearly 1 million vehicles in the first half of 2023, and the vast majority of these will be the Model Y. And then in the second half, they'll be going up to about 1.4 million vehicles, about 250,000 per month, 200,000 per month, possibly from the Model Y. So there'll be double unit sales of the Toyota Corolla. So it's a passing of the baton in the last few months of this year. September, October will be very close, but then by November, December, it'll be Tesla Model Y pulling away with the monthly sales number one. And if the Toyota Corolla stumbles with production, with chip problems or shortages and that kind of thing, then Tesla could actually, with a strong production of 650,000 for the last half, get to 1 million vehicles for the whole year, which could catch up if Toyota only matches their 504,000 vehicles made in the first half. So unless the Corolla starts picking it up, then they'll only get 1 million vehicles in 2022. And I think the overall combustion engine vehicles are going to steadily drop from here on out. So this is the last year where the Toyota Corolla might have the lead in unit sales, and they're only having $14 billion in total revenue sold in the first half of the year versus $21 billion for the Model Y. So in terms of like dollar volume, the Model Y is already the leader. And then they'll get the unit sale crown for the month in either November or December, perhaps earlier if the Toyota Corolla stumbles in production. And then for all of next year, the Model Y will be far and away the best-selling car in the world. And there's a possibility that the Model 3 could also become the number 2 best-selling car. The Model 3 was the 10th best-selling car last year. So people who are saying that the Tesla with only a couple of models can't outsell traditional automakers will be for a rude shock as the Model Y and the Model 3 become the top selling vehicles next year and even at the last few months of this year. So thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe and join next week's Future on Patreon. Talk to you next time. Thanks.